Sometimes our light goes out, but is blown again into instant flame by an encounter with another human being. There are two means of refuge from the misery of life: music and cats. If you love something so much, let it go. If it comes back, it was meant to be. If it doesn't, it never was. Until He extends the circle of His compassion to all living things, man will not himself find peace. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. Think occasionally of the suffering of which you spare yourself the sight. Eventually, all things fall into place. Until then, laugh at the confusion, live for the moments, and know everything happens for a reason. Example is not the main thing in influencing others, it is the only thing. I don't know what your destiny will be, but one thing I know: the only ones among you who will be really happy are those who have sought and found how to serve. Happiness is nothing more than good health and a bad memory. We are all so much together, but we are all dying of loneliness. The only thing of importance when we depart will be the traces of love we have left behind. In the hopes of reaching the moon, men fail to see the flowers that blossom at their feet. A man does not have to be an angel to be a saint. Man is a clever animal who behaves like an imbecile. He who does not reflect his life back to God in gratitude does not know himself. The tragedy in a man's life is what dies inside of him while he lives. The greatest discovery of any generation is that human beings can alter their lives by altering the attitudes of their minds. Do something wonderful, people may imitate it. Constant kindness can accomplish much. As the sun makes ice melt, kindness causes misunderstanding, mistrust, and hostility to evaporate. The question whether I am a pessimist or an optimist, I answer that my knowledge is pessimistic, but my will and hope are optimistic. The purpose of human life is to serve and to show compassion and the will to help others. Anyone who proposes to do good must not expect people to roll stones out of his way, but must accept his lot calmly if they even roll a few more upon it. I am life that wants to live in the midst of life that wants to live. Soldiers' graves are the greatest preachers of peace. There are only 3 ways to teach a child. The first is by example. The second is by example. The third is by example. The interior joy we feel when we have done a good deed is the nourishment the soul requires. As we acquire knowledge, things do not become more comprehensible, but more mysterious. Man has lost the capacity to foresee and to forestall. He will end up destroying the earth. The full measure of a man is not to be found in the man himself, but in the colors and textures that come alive in others because of him. Man must cease attributing his problems to his environment and learn again to exercise his will, his personal responsibility in the realm of faith and morals. As soon as man does not take his existence for granted, but beholds it as something unfathomably mysterious, thought begins. Every patient carries her or his own doctor inside. It's not enough merely to exist. Every man has to seek in his own way to make his own self more noble and to realize his own true worth.